In 2021, 2 years after Brexit, the country is in the grip of a zombie apocalypse. The dead are rising, with an insatiable hunger for living flesh. As terror spreads, buildings and institutions fall into decay and disrepair. The cottage hospital closed down. The police station closed down. Loudon House Old People's Home closed down. Ashby Health Centre pulled down. The Royal Hotel fell down. There seems little prospect of help for Britain from beyond its borders. But the British spirit remains unbroken, well, nearly, as pockets of resistance begin to emerge in the most unlikely places.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
Oh, it's carnage out there.
Where have you been, Caroline? You've been gone ages.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I'm still trying to clear out the last of the now deceased, but unfortunately still lingering jazz club zombies from the foyer, bless them, so that we can get the new director's misguided Brexit interpretation of Hamlet on for tomorrow night. I'll tell you what, love, those jazz club members, they're just as awkward in death as they ever were in life, bless them.
Well, did you manage to get rid of them? We're already 4 days late opening.
Nearly there, love. No need to worry. Fingers crossed you'll be on that stage tomorrow. I'll go back down in a bit to try and polish them off. I've never been that keen on jazz.
Thanks. Do you think you could do something about that thing in there? It's really interrupting my rehearsals.
I know it's hard in a zombie apocalypse, love, but do try and find a bit of compassion. He is still my husband. Well, sort of. He can't help being dead, bless him.
To be honest, it's hard to tell the difference.
What was that, love?
I said, you know how important to me tomorrow night's production, 2 Fingers to Europe, Hamlet, Prince of Dagenham is. It's my big chance. And I could do with a few moments without interruptions from the undead.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry, love. I know it's a bit of a pain keeping him in there. It's just I'm finding it difficult to let go.
Can't think why.
I remember the first time I saw him shuffling around in fine fare with his perpetual runny nose, trying to buy fags for his mum. I knew he was the one. We were like yin and yang, John and Yoko, Paul and Debbie.
Do you mind if I carry on? Time's pressing on.
42 years. It's a long time to be together.
I said, do you mind if I get on?
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I'm too sentimental for my own good. The last thing I want is for the death of my husband and his subsequent reincarnation as a zombie to come between you and the new director's ludicrous Brexit interpretation of Hamlet. Excuse me a minute. For once in your life, will you shut up?
How'd you keep him in there? There's no lock on it.
Oh, simple, love. I've taken the knob off the inside.
I'll carry on, shall I? Or take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them.
I know it's a terrible imposition, but would you mind if I just read out today's zombie apocalypse roll of honour, just to pay our respects to the poor souls who didn't make it, the victims, poor dears. I know it's a bit silly, but there we are. I'm sentimental like that.
Do we have to do this every day? It really interrupts my rehearsals.
Ashby Spa Women's Institute Nordic Walking Group. No survivors.
Can we do this another time?
Yes, of course we can, love. If you really think your rehearsal's more important. I suppose they'll still be dead when you've finished.
Hang on, did you say the Ashby Nordic Walking Group? Isn't that the one with the...
Yes, it is, love. Them that ramble with the 2 sticks even though they're not disabled. I'm sure they put the sticks back when they finish, bless them. Got caught at Moira Furnace, apparently. Never stood a chance.
I think I knew one of that group. Never liked her.
I always wonder where they get the sticks from. Oh well, where was I? Yes. Ashby Coffee Pot Ladies Monday Morning Club. Pudding Bag Productions. The entire membership.
That's no great loss.
And the entire staff of the co-op, including a member of the public who they'd let in early for some reason unknown.
The co-op? That's terrible, you know, that's really upset me.
Oh, it was carnage in the fruit and veg aisle. Absolute terror.
I always use that co-op.
I turned up early once when it was snowing. One Sunday morning. They made me wait outside.
Was it the top co-op or the bottom co-op?
Still, I'm sure they had their reasons, bless them.
I said, was it the top co-op or the bottom co-op?
Eh? Oh, bottom, love.
Is that the one with Jane and...
No, Jane and Little Jane's top co-op.
Oh, thank God for that. Is that it then?
Unfortunately not. It hasn't gone at all well for the 2-man working party responsible for the installation of the truly magnificent giant polystyrene Christmas tree outside Boots. Dreadful mess.
I always liked that tree.
I'm sure you did, love. I'm sure you did.
Right, that's it. No more.
Remember that parking attendant from the co-op?
I'm not listening anymore. You're always trying to interrupt my rehearsals.
Portly, dark glasses, very little compassion for his fellow humans.
To die, to sleep, no more.
Some said he was a bit of a job's worth, not me, mind.
And by that sleep we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks.
Well, he's a zombie now too. Well, at least he was until 5 minutes ago, bless him.
It's just a wild guess, but by any chance that zombie you're referring to, no other than the one in your former life, gave you a parking ticket for parking at the co-op whilst you're really visiting the Weatherspoons?
That's got nothing to do with it, love. It really hasn't.
God forbid we devote a tiny bit of time to my forthcoming production of Thank Goodness We're Out of the European Union. I suppose your overstay in the car park is vital to the future of this proud independent nation.
I'm just saying there's no way in the world I was in that car park for more than an hour. That's all I'm saying.
It couldn't have possibly been your fault. Maybe there was something wrong with the ticket machine. I suppose that's down to Brexit as well.
I mean, how could anyone do Fish and Chip Friday in under an hour? It takes you 10 minutes to get to the second floor toilets and back.
Well, we all know what the real problem is.
I sometimes end up using the men's. They've got 2, and one's a designated sit-down only facility.
You make out that it's your ideological objection to the new director changing the production to a Brexit vision of Shakespeare.
I mean, why have the men got 2 toilets on the first floor when the solitary ladies WC is on the second? I'm not one to complain, but honestly...
The problem with you is you've never accepted the democratic result of the referendum.
I'm nothing if not democratic, love. But with the best will in the world, Shakespeare would almost certainly have been a Remain supporter.
Well, the new director says Shakespeare definitely would have voted out.
Oh, does he? Look, everything Shakespeare wrote had the breath of European integration coursing through it. I mean, who else but a Europhile would have produced The Merchant of Venice or Two Gentlemen of Verona? Did Shakespeare set Hamlet around a market stall in Dagenham? Of course not.
Well, perhaps he should have done. At least it's in the British Isles.
I mean, Dagenham! It's not even a country. In fact, it's not even a county.
The problem with you is you've never acknowledged the democratic result of the electorate. In this case, the committee of what is formerly known as Ashby Two Fingers to Europe theatre players.
There's a very credible theory that if Shakespeare was alive today, he'd have a timeshare in Marbella.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. The new director says Shakespeare was British through and through. He would have had a second home in Cornwall.
Oh, the new director. I think he may have overlooked the fact that the United Kingdom didn't even come into existence until 150 years after Shakespeare died. Still, he has had a lot on. What with his rather uninspired Brexit interpretation of Hamlet. No, he was pro-European, was Hamlet, unlike our new director.
Let's be honest, this isn't really about Brexit, is it? If you'd had landed the principal role of Hamlet, Prince of Dagenham, we'd be rehearsing till the cows came home.
Oh, no, love, no. I couldn't possibly play a Eurosceptic Hamlet.
It would be Hamlet this and Hamlet that, but no, as soon as I get the lead role, suddenly all we can talk about is the location of the toilets in Wetherspoon.
I know, but 2 floors up. I mean, it's very nearly sexual discrimination.
Get about the toilets in Wetherspoon.
And they're ever so steep, them stairs.
I thought you would be happy for me. I thought we were friends.
We are, love. I wouldn't let anything come between our friendship. Not even your turn to the politics of the extreme right. Your Leave supporters may have brought this zombie apocalypse to our shores, but...
It'd be ridiculous. You can't surely be blaming the zombie apocalypse on Brexit.
Well, 2 years after we leave Europe, people start rising up from the dead. You do the math, love.
It's as plain as the nose on your face. You're jealous. I know you've always wanted to play Hamlet, but I'm sorry.
Jealous? Jealous? That's like a dagger in my heart, love. After all I've done for you, putting you up when you're completely unaffordable, affordable Help to Buy apartment was overrun by the Rotary Christmas Santa crew. Do you know there's people down at the theatre company who swore you'd only got the role of Hamlet because you slept with the director?
I beg your pardon?
Bye, laddie, I stuck up for you. They won't be saying that again in a hurry.
I don't know where they got that idea from.
Never, I said, never let me hear you say that Charmaine prostituted herself in order to land the most coveted role in English theatre.
It wasn't like that at all. He just saw the potential in me.
I'm sure he did, love. I'm sure he did. Ignore them. Just ignore them. You're bigger than that. Look, I'll be perfectly honest. Yes, it has always been my dream to play the role of Hamlet.
Admittedly, I mean, the new director was adamant that we go on a working weekend, Shakespeare weekend, just the two of us in Stratford. But there was separate beds. I mean, there was a mix-up with the sleeping arrangements, but that could happen to anybody.
But not this particular Hamlet. On principle. But I'm very happy for you, and I'll support you in any way that I can. Always have, always will.
I mean, slept on the settee most of the time. But, I mean, anyway, the new director begged you to play a minor role, and he even said you could make the character pro-European, but you still turned him down.
Well, I'm sorry, love, but I have to draw the line somewhere. I don't play minor roles. And particularly not a minor role in a fascist interpretation of Hamlet.
Really support the company then, do you?
Do you know that I once starred as Ethel in On Golden Pond?
How can I forget?
The Ashby Times said they'd never seen a performance like it.
For once, they weren't wrong.
In the name of God, will you shut up?
You always have to shout at him like that.
Oh, sorry, love. It's this zombie apocalypse. It's really getting me down.
I think with all things considered, it's probably best if I go and stay somewhere else.
Leave?
Yes, I'm sure one of the company will put me up.
Oh, no, love, no.
It's been good of you, but I think it's for the best.
I promised the new director I'd look after you.
I think it's for the best. I'll go now.
No, love. It's not safe out there. Look, if your mind's made up, why not stay until after the performance tomorrow night? Let me find you somewhere else safe to stay, but get the performance out the way first. I'd hate you to mess it up.
Okay, one more night.
Lovely.
And then I'm gone.
Right, I'm back out now, and I'll be gone a few hours. But tell you what, why don't I try and fight my way into what's left of Aldi and grab a few cans of beans? I know how much you like their own brand stuff. Can you watch me out, love?
Of course.
Clear of zombies!
Clear! Alas, poor Derek, I knew him well.
It's carnage out there.
What the hell do you want, Colin?
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. And hello to you too.
What the hell do you want? Has the new director sent you?
The new director? I'm wardrobe department, not that bully boy's personal assistant.
What do you want then?
Yeah. I'm not saying he hasn't got a certain thuggish charm,
What do you want? I'm busy.
but he's not really my type.
Are you deaf?
Still, why not? Desperate times call for desperate measures.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree there.
Not like you then.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? You silly cow. You know exactly what I mean by that. You're not the first girl to fall for a silver-tongued middle-aged ex-public schoolboy with a quiff. Entire nations have been known to do it.
If you tell me what you want or get out, I'm trying to rehearse.
Get you rehearse costumes and everything. How quaint.
Come on, get out.
Look at you in your outfit. It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic.
What do you mean by pathetic?
Well, Hamlet, Prince of Dagenham, and what would you call it?
I think you better go. Caroline will be back soon and she likes you even less than I do.
No, you won't be seeing Caroline for a couple of hours at least.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't. She's at the theatre with the rest of the crew.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You silly cow, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
The entrance to the theatre is blocked with the jazz club zombies.
Is that what she's told you? Oh my God. You don't know, do you?
Don't know what?
Oh, this has made my day. It's wonderful.
I said don't know what.
Oh my God. She hasn't told you, has she?
Told me what?
You're out. Kaput. Au revoir. We scrapped your Brexit, Hamlet.
You're lying.
Oh, really? No, Hamlet, Prince of Denmark, has returned to our theatre.
The new director would never allow it.
Oh dear. This is even better than I could have hoped for.
What?
You don't know about that either, do you?
I don't know what.
You ever seen anything like it? Last Friday, the new director managed to get into the co-op early. Well, I tried to get in early once and they made me wait outside. Still, there we are, bygones and all that. Anyway, it was just the new director and the staff, and somehow a swarm of zombies got in. I mean, the funny thing was, when the new director tried to get out the fire doors, they'd been roped shut. Well, I've never seen anything like it. Normally, these zombies just have a little pick and then they move on to the next victim. But not this time. Oh no. I've always thought it a myth that the human intestine was 23 feet long, but let me assure you, it's true. I mean, what a bloodbath. The last time I witnessed a feeding frenzy like that was before the zombie apocalypse, when I accidentally got ensnarled in the senior citizen discount queue for their carvery at the Greyhound. Funny thing was, apparently there was someone standing at the front door of the co-op wearing a red hoodie and chanting, "Where does Hamlet come from now?" Still, long story short, Caroline very graciously stepped in to do an ultra pro-European Hamlet. Been rehearsing all week and we're putting it on tonight. It's fantastic. I really think this production can go places. Century Theatre Colville have already expressed an interest. West End, here we come, eh? That's London, not the Ashby Road Colville. But the best thing to come out of all this is that you don't get to play Hamlet. I mean, as Caroline said, I only introduced a little slut to the company because we were short of bar staff. I mean, God knows how awful your performance would have been. Still, All's well that ends well. I only dashed in here on my way back to the theatre to pick up my copy of the production notes which I lent to Caroline. Do you know where they are?
I think they're in the toilet.
Oh, that's a funny place to keep them.
For God's sake, Colin, we're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse.
If you say so. Very nice. Go.
Goodbye, Colin. Come and sit you down. You shall not budge. You shall not till I set you up a glass so you can see the innermost part of you.
Oh, it doesn't get any better out there, love. Still, at least I managed to get your beans. There. Just what the doctor ordered. Has he been all right while I've been gone? Does he need feeding?
No, I think he's had quite enough. Did you manage to get rid of the zombies from the theatre?
Ah, well, that's the thing, love. I thought we got rid of them all, but it turned out there was another couple hiding in the disabled toilets. Do you remember those two ladies who used to volunteer to take the coats, bless them?
I suppose that means the show won't go on tomorrow night.
Oh, let's not be pessimistic, love. I'm going back down in a minute to try and sort it out.
That's very good of you.
Think nothing of it, love.
I don't know how I'll be able to thank you.
Oh, I don't require thanks, love. But I'll tell you what.
What?
Why don't I take your Hamlet costume, see if I can get it into the dry cleaners. I think there's one of the machines still working.
No, I don't think it needs doing.
Oh, it's the least I can do, love.
No.
I'll have it back in a jiffy.
There's really no need.
Oh, I think there is, love. It's looking a bit grubby.
No, I think I'll leave it.
Honestly, slip it off now and I'll take it with me.
No, I don't think so.
Well, the thing is, love, the new director was very insistent that it be washed.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he may have his faults, but he's a stickler for cleanliness.
When did you see him?
What? Oh, just now. He was very insistent on mentioning it.
Well, if the new director insists, the new director must have.
My sentiments exactly, love. So do you want to slip it off now?
You seem to be in a bit of a hurry.
No, but do you want to slip it off now?
Could you do me another favour?
Anything, love. What is it?
Could you get my shoes from the garage? The flat ones, I don't go myself.
Shoes?
The garage, the flat shoes. We got stuck in the garage and there was this bag and I couldn't possibly get to the theatre tomorrow night in these shoes.
Yes, leave it to me, love. I'd forgotten about that bag. Do you want to slip out of the outfit while I'm gone?
Of course.
Right, okay. No problem. I'll be back in a jiffy. Do you want to watch me out, love?
Of course.
Has he given you any trouble while I've been gone?
No, he's been quite agreeable. Bless him.
I think he's asleep. Right. Clear?
Clear. Clear. Oh, it's all very clear, love. I tell you what, I wouldn't miss this particular performance for the world. Come and sit you down. You shall not budge. You shall not till I set you up a glass so you can see the innermost part of you. How now, a rat! Dead for a ducat, dead!